Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have the actor Armando. Armando is from Rome in Italy. So let's see what Armando has to say. Enjoy the interview.
And here we are. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Can
Hello
you hear me?
Armando, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's so nice to meet you.
You too, my God, it's been trying for a while. I'm so glad to see you.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, should I call you Armando, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Armando. So, before we start the game, just tell me where you're from.
I'm Italian. I'm in Rome right now. I live here.
Oh, amazing. What's the weather look like right now in Rome?
Well, it's very sunny and quite hot, so it's nice. Where are you?
Great.
What about?
I'm in London, so I live in London.
Wonderful.
Yes, I'm from Brazil, but I've been living in England for the last 16 years.
Okay. Well, London is an amazing city. I love London.
Right. And so before we start the game, and what's the best part of living in Rome?
Well, I think the thing that I like the most is the fact when you walk around, you just discover amazing places everywhere you turn your face. It's something, very great that I love about Rome.
Right. And my God, I was checking your profile. You're an actor, you are a director, you are a writer, you are an acting coach. My God.
Too many things.
That's amazing. That's very interesting. Tell me a little bit about your career.
Well, I've started when I was a child because I was born in the south of Italy, and I moved in to Rome when when I decided to take my degree at university. So I started to study acting, and I went in Scotland for a while, where I took an acting diploma. And now I am the first acting coach in Italy to teach practical aesthetics, which is an acting technique that I'm bringing here to Italy in my own language. I'm the first one doing it. And, like you said, I'm working in so many fields, so it's very complicated to just summarize. But mainly now I'm teaching and I'm doing acting and directing jobs.
Amazing. So through our interview, through our journey within the Magic Box, I will explore a little bit about your career, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Very good. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got here... Okay, full of random questions. I'm sure you're going to be very easy answering questions, I'm sure. I'm just going to play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm sure that being an actor, I'm sure you dance a lot as well. You move your body a lot acting.
Yeah, I do. And I love your jingles, I've been watching your episodes from... yeah, it's amazing. Just you dancing.
Right, so just before I pick up the first question, if there is a question you don't have an answer for, you don't want to answer, always can change and take another one, okay? All very chilled and relaxed, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Armando, the first question is, very good one. What does happiness mean to you?
Wow, that's such a big beginning, big question to start with. Happiness means to be serene, probably doing what you love and being surrounded by people who are positive and are actually able to appreciate who you truly are. So I think happiness means to being able, to show your true colors to everyone.
I see. And do you believe that happiness is a choice?
I think you can choose to be unhappy, but happiness is not a choice. There are people, that often are, my life is my life. I don't like my life. So I don't think that could be changed in a way with a very big effort. But yeah, maybe happiness is something that happens to you.
I see. Good. I believe in that as well. Next question for you, Armando. Let's do it. For the next question, tell me a little bit about your acting coach. Tell me a little bit about what you're working right now.
I'm taking online and live classes. So basically, I work for the camera. So I teach people how to act in front of a camera, which is something I've been working more in my, in my previous years as an actor myself. So now I'm following 3 acting live classes in 3 different academies apart from my studio, and I'm teaching online at the moment.
Okay, very good. Right, next question for you is, what is the best present have you ever received and why you consider that?
Best present was, I remember once there was a person that I really cared about, and they arrived with this, this big amount of flowers. I've never received flowers before. It was my very first time, and I really loved that present. I know it could sound, I don't know, romantic and classic, but I loved it. I loved, receiving flowers for the very first time in my life.
Oh, I'm sure it was a very special gesture. That's why it sticks to your head, for sure.
Yeah, probably it was the moment, It was a very special and important moment for me, so I really appreciate that.
Very good, it's very good. Next question. Okay, Armando, next question for you is, what is the scariest thing that's happened to you?
The most scaring, you mean?
Yeah, scariest thing that happened to you.
I think for once when I was a child, I remember that I was staying in my parents' house and I started hearing noises. I was just by myself for a short amount of time, and I started hearing these noises. I was like, what's going on here? And I was just walking around the house. I think that was probably the most scaring experience. And maybe I could also say when I was the first time on set, the first time acting on set, in a professional set with professional people around me, professional environment. It was scaring because I didn't know what to do, basically. Even if I was a trained actor, I was very, very terrified about all the situation.
I'm sure. And when was the moment, remember the moment when you said, okay, I came to this world to be an actor or to be in this world as a director and acting? Do you remember the time or the moment when you said, okay, that's what I'm going to do for life? There was a moment?
Yeah, there was a moment. I started to act when I was a child, basically, because I remember when I was 4, I was reenacting Disney classical movies like, I don't know, Mary Poppins and others in front of my grandma. And in those moments, I was thinking, wow, that's great. This feeling is great. I want to do that. I want to do that all my life. So I think that was the moment. I think I was around 4, 5, probably.
Oh, very sweet, very sweet. Next question.
Yeah.
Next question for you, Armando. Right. If I would ask right now your best friend to define yourself in a positive word and a negative word, what that would be?
Positive word, I think, would be positive as a word, as a very enormous term that can represent me at the moment. Bad way could be stubborn, probably, because when I want something, I go for it. And it could be a bad thing or a good thing. It depends on situations. Yeah.
It just depends how you manage or how it come across.
Yeah, I think as long as you respect yourself and other people, everything is okay.
Absolutely. Good one. Next one. Let's do it. Before the next one, and tell me a little bit about, so you have a book published right now?
I've published 3 books actually, and I'm gonna publish my 4th, I think, at the end of this year.
Tell me a little bit about...
Yeah, they're mostly psychological thrillers that I've written. The first one I published when I was just 18, and yeah, it was a great experience. And now I'm going with my 4th. I'm just deciding with the editor, when it's gonna be released. Wow. So they talk about different topics, they talk about relationships, they talk about homosexuality, they talk about serial killers. So they follow different topics. I try to explore my characters' minds in every book I write.
I see. And are all connected or are they totally different stories?
they have little connections between each other, you know, but you can read, for example, the third one without reading the first. It's not a problem. From the fourth, I'm starting to make more stronger connections because, you know, I have an audience as readers. They tell me, why don't you connect characters from different novels? So I'm starting. It is quite complicated, to be honest, but I'm working on it.
Very good. Next question for you is, how do you describe a perfect, healthy relationship?
Well, I think perfect and healthy relationship is where, of course, there is love, but also respect and esteem of the other person. You know, when you care about the other one and you build together a path that you can walk in. You know, it's like it is not just like being me in this relationship. It's about being us together in something that we are building.
Very good. Wow, I love that.
Am I romantic? Maybe I'm too romantic.
No, that's realistic. I think I totally agree with you. I think as soon as you are in a relationship, I think, you know, as you said, you need to think as a two together. You know what I mean? It's a way of you sharing, you know, challenges will come as well. But at the same time as well, communication, be around, be together, and just try to go to the same path. You know what I mean? You always follow the same way. So that's what...
You know what? I think that the word probably is too egocentric, if that's the word in English. Probably everyone is thinking only about himself or themselves, you know? So I think when you find someone to share your life with, it's something great and amazing.
Yeah, and I think so as well. When you feel like it's the right person, it's naturally you think about the other person as well. You know what I mean? It's a kind of like connection there that you think about. Okay, whatever's gonna happen, you already automatically this person it's in your heart, is in your head as well.
It's about sharing. Yeah, about sharing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Armando. Next question for you is. If you could have a superpower, what that would be and why?
I think to live in different historical periods, probably. I would love that, be able to do that. I don't think I will go into the future, but probably go back into the past, you know, to maybe change something or change even tragic events. Being empowered to do that, I would love to do it. What about you? What's your superpower? The one that you like?
Right. Actually, I was talking about that. Actually, I was thinking all the time when I ask a question to my guests, I always automatically I try to kind of come for an answer as well. And the first thing came to my mind. Actually, I have different ones, but one of the things that automatically came to my mind when you asked that is if I could speak all the languages in the world.
Oh, that would be great. Amazing, yeah. Maybe that's gonna be my second superpower.
Oh my God. I think that wouldn't be my first one, but that's when you were answering the question, I was just kind of, oh my God. And I never thought about that actually. I think, imagine the power of you speaking all the language. Oh my God. It would be amazing.
You know, you could just go everywhere, you know?
Yeah. Not just that, but like communicate with people like on their mother language. It's just like understand everything what they say without any kind of wonder. You know what I mean? Just kind of talk. I think would be like a very good superpower. That's for sure.
I agree.
Great. Next question. Before the next question, tell me a funny story that happened to you when you're acting. You forgot your line or something didn't go the way you were meant to go. If there is a story.
Well, I'm not actually a good rider, you know. I'm on the bicycle. So I remember the first time on set and when I was talking about before, they just said, "Yeah, you have to use that bicycle." Really? So I remember I was trying because I was basically one of the actors who opened the scene, you know. So my first action. My very first day on set was just to jump on this bicycle and go away. And I remember this crazy feeling about I can't actually ride, but that's okay. I'm gonna do it. And I remember just my leg trying and trying all over again. And they were like, "Are you actually able to, ride a bicycle?" Of course I am. I remember just me trying. It was so embarrassing, but at the end I did it, and I did it well. So I'm proud of that.
Very good, very good. Right, how long can you go without checking your phone?
Well, maybe I can resist. I think 20 minutes, probably. But I'm a person who works with phone basically for my acting classes, for everything I do. So I often check my phone. But I try sometimes, when I'm out for dinner or lunches or whatever, I just leave it in my pocket, and I say to myself, let's be, I don't know, relaxed now for a while.
I think nowadays our phone is like an extension of our bodies, and it's like a need as well. And actually, as I'm working this project right now as well, I never thought in my life one day I would be working through social media or connect with people, because I'm not like into it too much, but now it's my life, it's my career, that's what I'm that's what I do every single day, and it's part of it as well. But
absolutely, it's the same for me. Mostly all of my students, I find them by Instagram or by Facebook. I have to work with my phone.
Absolutely, yeah. Totally know what I mean. Next question. Okay, Armando, before the next question, did you always have the support of your family when you said, okay, I'm going to be an actor, I'm going to be in this career?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, sorry to say, but half of my family didn't support my acting choices.
Wow.
And they fought me for a while. And then I said, okay, if you don't think that's gonna be a good job for me, just leave it. I don't care anymore. And it's sad to say, but it's something that I have, embraced. And I'm happy for the other half of my family, which is actually very supportive and friendly. And they often come to see me performing on theater when it was possible, of course, before COVID. Now it's quite a weird situation. But yeah, I'm glad for that half of my family supporting me.
I was surprised with your answer, because you're so confident, like what you do, and I thought, okay, I'm sure he's being supported all the way. Or maybe the opposite as well. Yeah, maybe sometimes when your family doesn't support you, you need to work harder. You need to, improve yourself harder to show that you can do it.
Actually, it's interesting what you said, because I had to build my own confidence. I was very shy. I'm still actually shy sometimes in some situations. But as long as you really work for what you desire, I think you are actually able to achieve every kind of task, of goal that you have thought of. Yeah.
I agree. Next question for you is, what does success mean to you?
Being able to do what you love every day and share those experiences with the person you care about. This is my success.
Good, very good. Next question. Armando, tell me a little bit about your time you spent in Scotland. How long did you stay there for?
I stayed there for 1 year, more or less. I stayed in London for a while too, around 6 months. And then I started to work between Italy and Scotland. So basically I moved constantly between Italy and the UK, which was nice. Now I am planning to restart working that way, because COVID seems to slowly going away. And I hope I can restart with that. It was a great experience. I loved living in Scotland.
See, for some reason I thought you would live in London. For some reason I just had the thought that you were living in London.
Not right now. Yeah, I wish.
Right. Next question is, when was the last time that you laughed so hard that made you cry, or you're so genuine, like laughing, couldn't stop?
I think last time I went to theater, probably I watched this show. It was very, very funny. And I'm a person who actually laughs quite easily, so I don't have something to be remembered, you know?
I see. Very good. Ready for another question?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Oh, good question. Which talent do you wish you had?
I wish I was able to dance because I'm such a bad dancer, but I'm planning to take some classes, you know, because I'm quite bad, especially when I have to dance. You know, for example, my friends, when they say to me, do you want to come with us to dance to disco, I don't know, to some clubs? I often say, yeah, sure. And then I stay there on the dance floor. Very, very, I don't know, a very, I don't even have a word to describe how I am on the dance floor, but I'm working on it. So
and I believe that's going.
Yeah, go on.
Yes.
Sorry.
And I'm sure in your career as well, something that you need to move a lot, you know, express your body and moving for sure.
It's more easy for me to work with my body when I'm acting, actually, but I've never tried while dancing. You know, I've never done a performance where I was actually dancing on stage.
Question.
Yes.
What is the most, in your opinion, what's the most challenging part of being an actor or your career? What's the most challenging part and what you like the most?
I think the most challenging thing of being an actor is, you know, the fact that you always have to be judged in a way, you know, because every time you do a casting, every time you meet a new director, there is a person who's basically judging you. And they can say yes or no. Usually it's a no. Mostly there are no's. So I think that's probably the most challenging thing of being an actor. And instead, the thing that I like the most is the fact that you're actually able to share emotions with people, and you are, as an artist, actor, singer, or dancer, or whatever, you're able to move people, you know, to move their feelings, to move their minds, to move something. And I think that's the most amazing thing that you can do.
Very good. Right. What is the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
Well, probably I am more serious than my best friend. Probably you would never said that, but yeah, I am. Maybe I'm more stubborn again, you know, than my best friend. So I'm more focused on my goals, my tasks, which is nice sometimes. But other time, maybe I look too serious, you know.
I see when you say about being more serious about you being you take things more serious, or it's just kind of is the way you are, you're kind of more difficult to connect, or
well, probably I don't want to say I work harder, but in a way I do, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm more focused on my work, which is something that, as you noticed before, gives me confidence, so gives me the chance to be what I am today after years and years of sacrifices. But sometimes I would be more free with my mind, and that's probably the biggest difference between me and my best friend.
Right, very good. Question. Okay, Armando, next question for you is, what makes you very sentimental?
Social problems, and I'm weird. I mean, I remember yesterday I was watching the news on the TV, and they were talking about people achieving goals, like you know, for example, rapists that have been finally condemned for their acts, and the father of the victim talking about how was feeling relieved about this sentence, and I felt a very strong connection. So probably that makes me sentimental about social problems, and when they are solved in a way, when they can find a solution, when there is something that could have been fixed before, but it's fixed now, and there is a new chance for a person outside, something that makes me smile and makes me happy.
Oh, very good. That's something real, isn't it? When you feel the whole
very concrete. Yeah. When you see that someone is changing his or her life for good, for
I
good
see.
reason, something great.
Very good. Next one. Right, before the next question, tell me who is your favorite actor and your favorite actress?
I like Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor and Charlize Theron as an
Oh, wow.
actress.
Oh my God, I'm sure you saw the movie Monster.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
All the time when I watch that movie, I have this bump around my body, and I get so connected into it because it's so real. My God, it's literally that movie stuck to my head for years and years. And which is your favorite movie? If you could pick just one.
Ooh, that's a hard question. Probably something by Almodovar, Todo sobre mi madre, all about my mother.
Okay.
If I have just to pick one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a hard choice.
I know it is. I know. I just put you in the spot. Right. Next question is, what's the best and the worst of being yourself?
Well, connected to what I said before, probably the best thing is the fact that I am very focused on what I love, so I can achieve all the goals that I think about. And the bad thing is that sometimes I suffer from not achieving those goals before, if you know what I mean. So it's like, it's a continuous fight, like, yeah, I know I can do that and I'm going there, but when the result is not close to you, it could affect you in a bad way. So I think that's my bad side, just because it makes me feel bad sometimes, like gray, if I have to describe it with a color.
There is a bit of anxiety mixed with it, yeah?
Yeah, probably it's a performative thing. It's like, yeah, I know I can do that, I'm going there, but I don't know when. And I think that's the bad side of me, because it does make me feel great or every day, which isn't, I think, impossible to feel great every day. But anyway, we try. Yeah.
Absolutely. What's your star sign, just for curiosity?
It's Aries.
Aries. Oh, the childish of the whole thing. Very good, interesting.
What's yours?
I'm Scorpio.
Oh, okay, interesting.
November. Yeah, November. Okay, Armando, I have 3 questions left for you, okay? Let's do it. But before the next question, tell me a little bit, what was the inspiration for you to start writing your books?
Well, basically, I am such a big observer of people. So I just love watching people, what they do, not like a stalker, I hope, but in a positive way, in a creative way. I'm not just staring people there in parks. What are you doing? Be creepy, no. But I love, observe what's around me. And I take my biggest inspirations from everyday cases. For example, when I read a paper, when I check my Facebook page and I see something that happened, those are the events that actually inspire me the most. And I think the first one was something that I read when I was 17, when I started to write my first novel. Because you have to know, I've started to write comics when I was a child. And so I was drawing, because I'm a drawer too. So I like to draw sometimes. And I remember that I was checking my mom's newspapers, because I was a child, and I was just looking for new thing that happened to find inspiration. So I started from that, and then when I was 17, I started to write my very first book, my first novel. Yeah,
good one. Oh, this is a question it's like if when you're in an interview like that, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I hate those questions. No, I'm joking.
I know what you mean. I can change if you want.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna try to answer. I see myself. I don't want to say happy, because that's something that you cannot actually achieve for long term, I think. But maybe serene, satisfied with what I have, and working every day. In my field, and what I love. So I see myself like that, with a house probably. I don't know where, because I like to change city every 2 years. So I don't know where, but a house, a dog, and my work, and probably someone close to me.
Very good, very good. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next one, what's the most challenging part of living in Rome, in your opinion?
Well, Rome is an amazing city, like I was saying, but it's bad organized. So, for example, if you have 3 appointments in the same day, you can't actually go to those 3 appointments hoping to be on time. It's going to be very complicated because the organization of the city is just a big, huge mess. So I think that's the bad part of living here. It's an amazing city to live in anyway.
All right. Right. Oh, what is the worst first date have you ever been on?
Very worst first date. I remember I was 15 probably, so very young. And at the time we didn't have high quality pictures from our phones, I remember. So I arrived there. There was this person waiting for me. Then he saw me alive because I used to be bigger when I was a child, you know, more, I don't want to say ugly. I wasn't ugly, I think. I was just more fat. And it's something that people are easy to judge, you know, when you have extra weight. I don't like that, but it happens all the time. So I remember I arrived there and this person looked at me and he said, "Oh, that's you. Okay, I'm not interested. Bye."
Oh,
like,
that's a
thank you. I know, it was heartbreaking. I was just 15 and okay, but that was, I think, my worst date ever.
That's fine. I think all of us, we go through those moments where we, you know what I mean? We are judged by the other eyes. You know what I mean?
We should stop being judgmental, you know? Everyone is beautiful in his own way, her own way. So
Absolutely. Armando, ready for the last one?
Yeah.
Very good. Let's do it. But before the last question, I would like to ask you, you know, since last year when the world, you know what I mean, went upside down with the situation that the world is facing, what's the most positive thing you took out of it so far?
The time to create. I've been writing a lot in this 1 year and a half. So I've actually written other 2 books during this pandemic, so I can't wait to publish them. So it probably was the only thing that I thinking about of good remaining from it for me, from my experience.
All right. Last question for you is, what makes you most proud?
When I see that I am building something even without a positive background behind me, you know, this makes me very proud because it's like, yeah, you're building a wonderful, beautiful castle, and at the beginning you were not even supposed to be a builder, and that's great. I think that makes me very proud, and I'm also very proud when I see this kind of feelings and results in other people that I love. It's amazing, I think.
Good, very good. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words and you just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Okay.
Let's start with family.
Family, heart.
Right, money.
Happiness.
Okay, love.
Calm.
Life.
Green.
Sex.
Passion.
Religion.
Something.
Politics.
Boring.
Fear.
Every day.
Interesting. Friendship.
Loyalty.
Desire.
Red.
Regret.
None.
Okay. Success.
Stage.
Wish.
Heart.
Okay. Happiness.
Yellow.
Interesting. How about if I tell you Rome? One word for Rome.
Rome. Lady.
Okay. How about Italy? One word.
Italy is that's hard to think. Smile.
Hmm. And one word for acting.
Vibrating.
Good one. And the last one now. All your books all together. If you could define all of them in one word, what that would be?
Caring.
Good one. Right, let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friend for a cup of tea, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask your best friend, if you could change something in Armando, what that would be? At the same time as well, when you think about him, what's the first thing that comes to your mind in a positive way? What they would say?
Probably they would say that I am too much an hard worker. Nothing to change. More time to have fun together, and also that's the positive thing. That's something that they say. They often say. It's like, you're such an hard worker. It's like, is it a bad thing or a good thing? I don't know.
It's a good thing when you are with them. It's a negative thing when you are avoiding them.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's the point.
Right, so let's play now Armando and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time.
Okay.
And you cannot dance, yeah? I think you're just being modest. Right, you can ask me a question now, Armando.
I'm very curious. Why did you start doing these interviews?
Right, it's very interesting because I think what I'm doing right now, it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I was searching for it in me, inside of my personality, inside my way. I remember, like, when I look back, you know what I mean, when, like you, I can see how much you love what you do, you know what I mean, I can feel. And I remember, like, through my life, when I see people, you know, like you were talking about their job, they're enjoying life, and I remember always questioning myself. My God, for example, I remember being a child, I'd love to be an actor, like singing, a performer. I remember always being acting at school, you know. But at the same time as well, I was like, my God, I'm not sure if I would be happy just doing that, or you know what I mean, dancing or this and that. But I was always like trying to search that on myself. And actually, what I'm doing right now, these interviews, is something that I realized that I've been always doing through my life. As a child, as a teenager, I remember going out with friends, always like interacting, asking this kind of questions. And as soon as I grew up and I moved to Europe almost 20 years ago, I remember always do that when I go out with friends, holidays. There's always a moment when I go like, oh, tell me something interesting about your hometown, or you know what I mean, how old were you when you did that? So a lot of questions. And actually, I think when I ask myself why I started that, I think I was trying to find my path, and it came in such genuine way, you know, and it came as well in a such challenge time when the world was, you know what I mean, upside down. And I'm so grateful as well, besides the sadness that the world is, you know what I mean, been facing, of course, but at the same time as well, I'm so grateful that you're saying about writing your book as well, that the words went the way it's being, or it happened because I find my passion, I find my life, and I want to do that for life, you know. I just could do that like for 24 hours, no stop, because I just enjoy. I think I'm so fortunate to connect with people around the globe, interesting people, you know what I mean? I believe everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has, you know what I mean, something interesting to share. And what's the most beautiful thing about the project? It's when people watching, they can connect with other people as well. They can see that, you know what I mean, they share the same experience they've been through, not just positive, but negative as well. And I think that's what the project's about, just people to connect with each other. And I think that's the biggest inspiration for me, is just be able to connect with people around the globe.
And that's great. You know, it's such a positive message. And I think you glow doing it, because you have an inner light that's actually very enjoyable.
Oh, thank you.
Talk to you. Yeah.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much. And again, thanks so much for being kind and sweet. I know how busy you are, and you took the time to do this interview with me. I think it's a gift. Thank you very much. But
Thank
Armando,
you.
before you go, I'd like you to share a positive message, a positive quote, something that inspires your life.
I think everything you have been thinking of, it's achievable. So just work hard for it. It's not going to be easy, but you can do it.
Absolutely. Very good. Armando, Thanks so much. It was a pleasure. And keep in touch, okay?
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. Enjoy your day, okay? Bye-bye.
You too.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Ciao. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.